Hi, having some technical difficulties tonight. Happy Valentine's Day. The topic is reasonable accommodations, and this is about for jobs and for college. So, a reasonable accommodation is any modification to a job, work, or environment or hiring process that enables a qualified individual with a disability to enjoy equal employment opportunities as mandated by the Americans with Disabilities Act, that was enacted July 26, 1990. Probably we need some more information about that just as an episode. The adjustments, I can't read my own notes. The adjustments indicated restructuring by Americans with Disabilities. These adjustments include restructuring duties, adjusting schedules, or modifying equipment. Employer must provide these unless it encourages an undue hardship. I would say legally, that probably has a technical thing that we should look at sometime. The purpose is to provide equal opportunities for applicants and employers to have people with disabilities, and restructuring tasks, facilities acquiring equipment, and restricting job tasks. For examples, there might be interpreters, modifying work, schedules, and I can't read that word. I wrote these notes very fast. Some other subtopics: job application, performance privileges. Reasonable accommodations is not limited to physical disabilities. This is where we come in for mental, emotional, or context or religious needs. Let me see. Oh my goodness. I have some more, but let me see. If I can't read these notes, I might go live with this tomorrow. Employees are not required to provide accommodations that cause undue hardship, significant difficulty, or expense, or that pose a direct expose direct safety violations. Job applicants should be modifying tests, providing interpreters, ensuring accessible facilities during hiring. Performance, adjusting workstations, ergonomic equipment, modifying training materials, or allowing telework. So I think I will type my notes or whatever will help me do that. But there's interesting things: undue hardship for the job or the college, and we need to talk more about the Americans with Disabilities Act, as it has a mental health component. I just wanted to show you. My choice will be whether to sort out Reasonable Accommodations, a little more with notes that I'm having trouble reading. Or this is the teaser, and I'm not even going to tell you what book this is from. This diagram is a genograph, all right? The women are circle blue. The men are green squares. Divorce is supposed to be 2 diagonal lines, and I think death might be an X. So anyhow, let me read you why these kind of graphs are significant. It's the teaser. Well, we could do 2 things next time. We could be more elaborate and straighten out my notes on reasonable accommodations, plus do more about colleges, because that a lot had to do with jobs. So, constructing a genome. The genome, or the genogram, is a format for efficiently providing a clinical summary of information and relationships across at least 3 generations of a family. It is an invaluable assessment tool that provides a graphic display of complex patterns and serves as a source of hypotheses as to how presenting problem connects to the family context and the evolution of a family. So there's a certain percentage, if somebody back 1 generation or 2 has a mental health issue, a diagnosis, it can come down to the next level of generation or the generation after that by a certain percentage, and that would be a couple of episodes in that. Bowen, 1985, provided much of the conceptual framework for the analysis of genogram patterns. He proposed that the family is organized according to generation, age, sex, roles, functions, and interests, and suggested that where each individual fits into the family structure influences the family functioning, relational patterns, and the type of family formed in the next generation. He further contended that sex and birth order shape sibling relationships and characteristics. Also, some issues tend to be played out from generation to generation through persisting, interactive emotional patterns. A major concept that is triangulating, which was discussed earlier. So let me just give you an example. It starts out with Ethan and Jackson, doesn't it? No, it starts out with Hank and Catherine. Sorry. It starts out with Hank and Catherine. Hank's a retired engineer, but he has depression. His wife is a school teacher smoker. She has depression. Going down to the next generation, Keith, Jennifer, and William. William's a stockbroker. Jennifer's a nurse. And Keith had a suicide attempt, psychotic episode, and was diagnosed with schizophrenia. And then Ethan and Jackson come out of the union of Jennifer and William. Okay, so I need to do more research on that, but I've heard of it before. I've never seen the graph so well presented, so colorful, having just like a map has a key. This has a key to what all the things mean. So we can either sort out reasonable accommodations, provide more college information, go into genograms. I think I'll think all that through because I don't like these to be too long. So thank you for watching. Happy Valentine's Day. See you tomorrow live at 5. Bye.